Hi, it's Noel from Handmade with Love, and today I want to do something slightly different to what I normally do. What I want to do is I want to show you how to edit a SVG cutting file to create something completely different. Now, what I'm doing this in the Cricut design space for a change, and also I will be using the Symphony Celebration USB and a pattern from that one, and I think I will be using the Summer Woodland frame. So as you can see, I'm already loaded the Cricut Design Space, which is an online design program. So what we need to do, first thing we need to do is we need to upload our image. So if you see here, I went to upload and there's a button here that says upload image. So if I click on that, you'll then get this screen and we need to browse, which will browse the computer. And I've actually been working on it, so it's already there. So just click on that, click open. And it will bring the upload image and it will ask you for an image name. I normally just leave the name it comes with. So then you just click on save, and that will then save it into your canvas space. There we go, and there's the file there under recently uploaded images. There's the file. Now we want to actually put this onto our design space, so you just click it once and move down to the right here where it says insert images and click on that, and it will begin to insert the image. Now this will take a few seconds to do because this is quite a big file, and there we go, it's telling you there it's quite a big image group, so it may take slightly longer to actually load it. As you can see here towards the right, the screen has appeared, and this is actually showing you all the layers that are actually in that SVG file. So there is the uploaded file. However, it's obviously black and you can't see anything. So the first thing you need to do is go up to here where it says line type and where that black square is. Just click on the black square, move down, and then just click on the white. Come out and just click anywhere on the design space, and that will change the actual square. It will change it white. Again, it will take a few seconds because there we go, it's done that. Okay, but obviously we still can't see the actual image itself. So what you need to do is you need to go up to the button there that says select all, click that, and that will select every layer. That includes the actual outer card edge and everything underneath it. If you move along to the right here, there is an option called ungroup. If you just click on that, and what it will do, it will actually ungroup everything. So all the layers will become separate, all the individual cuts will become separate. Again, it's taken a bit of time because it's quite a big file. So then what you need to do is just move your button, your arrow anywhere, just click once, and that will highlight the outer frame. If you then go up here to arrange and just select the option center back, what it will then do is it will send the actual outer frame to the back of the image, and it will bring forward all the cutting files, and that's what you can see. Now if you go down here and just reduce it very slightly so that you've got it on the full screen. Now there's your image there, and this is the normal Symphony Celebration pattern list. What we want to do is we just want to create a standard card where we just have that section put in. So the first thing I would suggest you do is you go to shapes and go down here, and where it says score line, if you click on that, come out of that, you'll see there it's put a score line in. Now what I would do is I would line that up with that, and I would create a score line first, and you'll understand why in a minute. Just move that up there. Okay, so you've created a score line. So now this part here we don't actually want. So what we need to do is we need to highlight it, because I'm not zoomed in there, and as you can see it's highlighted that whole part. Oh, I've just clicked off of it. Do it again. Ooh. sometimes it can be fiddly. Right, so there we go. So it's done, highlighted that. Now we want to delete that, so click on the right button key and it will bring up another set of things you can do, and then you just go down and you click delete and it will delete that out. And I think we've actually moved the square, haven't we? Let's just put that back. Let's just line that back up. There we go, that's lined back up. Okay, so now that's gone. Now obviously we don't want this cutting file on the left, so you just click once to highlight it, go down to delete, click the right click again and then down to delete, and that will delete. Okay, so now you have your cutting file, which is your card, and if you just click on the outer frame, you'll see where that little square is, cross is, and you can see that your score line is lined up. So there you have created a bog standard silhouette card. So all it will do, it will cut out the square, it will put the score line in, and it will cut this image out, and you'll end up with just the gap on the round oval there. So what you then need to do is you need to select all, and it will highlight everything, and it will highlight all the layers, including the score line, this cut part. Go across to the right here under layers and click group, and that will regroup everything back together, which takes a few seconds to do. And there we go. And so now that is grouped. So when you move it, it will move the whole thing like I've just demonstrated there. So you now need to select that again, and if you move down to the bottom, there's a paperclip there and it says attach, and what you want to do is you want to click that. Now what this does, it attaches that image to exactly where you've placed it on the screen. So if I put it to the right, it would attach it to the right. So it does that so that you know where to position your paper. So the next thing we need to do is we are going to cut out our file, and you can hear the Explorer has just come on, so I've just switched it on. Now up here is a green button which unfortunately is hidden by the record, but what this says is make. So once you've done all the processes I've just said, you just click on that and it will then take you to the preparation for cutting, and as you can see the image is exactly where I left it, and that is what you're going to cut out. Click on continue, and it will look to connect the machine, and it's connected by USB, which is correct. Now I'm going to cut it on some heavy cardstock, which is about 260, so I select the 300 GSM because it's just as near. And normally what I do is I click more just to give it a slight bit more pressure. Here, as you can see, it tells you what tools to actually load. So in Clampay it tells you need to put a scoring stylus, and that's because the image is going to be scored then cut, and then it tells you to load the fine point blade. Now I sometimes find it's better to actually put the deep cut blade in if you're cutting heavy paper, heavy card. So if you move along here to edit tools, you can see where it says blades, and all you do is go across the deep point blade, highlight that, click continue. Okay, that's ready. Load your paper on the Cricut, as you can hear that's it doing, and then it tells you need to press the flash and go button on your Cricut, and then it will begin to cut out the file. So that's now been cut out, and this is the result that you get. And as you can see, you've got your card shape with your aperture in there like that. Now what you can do, and what I normally do, is obviously it's a bit flimsy, so I would put a piece of card behind here, some coloured card, which obviously will then bring out the silhouette, and then you can put a stamp on there. And this is exactly what I've done with this one here. So as you can see, got your rabbit, you've got blue card which is textured, and also I've put a friendship stamp on there, and if you look at the back you can see where I've done the card, and I've put an insert in, and I think all in all that creates quite a lovely different card. Now, just for the sake of comparison, I have actually cut out the original, what the charisma would look like, sorry, not the charisma, what the card would have looked like originally. And the way that the symphony works is it cuts out like this, and then there's some folds there, and you fold like that, and you get a potentially 3D image that stands like that. To be perfectly honest, I hate them. I think they're flimsy, and I think they look really cheap when they're cut out. The other bone of contention that I do have with the Tattered Lace USBs is that you don't get any charisma downloads with them, which means that anything like this that you cut out using your Scan and Cut or your Cricut machine, you have to colour by hand. Now, if you're no good at colouring by hand, what do you do? There we go. I think Tattered Lace have missed a trick there. Now, when I created this card and I did the template, I did this in the Cricut Design Space. I did offline go and try and do exactly the same in the Brother Canvas, which is the software for the Scan and Cut. I tried to do exactly the same, and after about 5 minutes I switched it off because I couldn't even figure out how to get to the layers. So Brother, I think again you're making it far too complicated for the common layman, and I'm not stupid when it comes to computers. So what do I give this Symphony USB? Okay, the fact that it's tatty and horrible and cheap looking when you do it like this, I will give it a 1. The fact that you can actually edit it and take out what you don't want and actually create cards like this, actually will put it up to at least a 5. Now, I would have given it more if there was charisma downloads available, which are the actual illustrations, I suppose is the best word to put it. So I would have put it up to a 7 for that, but because you don't have that, I think you're limited personally. So I hope that's been informative for you and it's been helpful for you, and that's me signing off. Now, if you like my videos, if you click on the subscribe button, you'll be the first update to know when there's an update. And any comments I would really appreciate. And in the explanation of this video, I will put what products are used, so if you want to purchase them, you can do. Okay, this is Noel signing off, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.